be talking about me, I highly doubt it. So let me take you to a private island. We can take this dick, don't cry about it. How I feel to you, girl, don't lie about it. No, shawty, you ain't gotta lie about it. Blacking out in that pussy like a power outage. Got a man really gonna be sour about it.
Are you bumbling?
I'm messaging this guy on Bumble.
You better goddamn work. All I know is Jessica, you better goddamn work them apps.
Work them apps?
Work them apps.
You know, I really don't go on that many dates. Like,
work them apps.
About how many a month?
Work them apps.
how many what?
A month.
Maybe like one-ish.
Really?
I don't like if somebody, I don't know, I have, my time is valuable. Like, I don't have time to be going out every week. Or even to be on it that much. Usually if I'm on it, it's usually during the weekends. Or right now I don't have kids, so it's like, oh, I might as well go out on some dates.
Right.
But like, especially if my kids are home, like,
I better go on some dates.
because it's work. People want to say hello, good morning to you.
Y'all got a whole different like tier shit to deal with than me, so it's like.
But you know, but like, I just like emotionally, I'm like, I don't want to have to say good morning to somebody I don't even know all the morning, or like
You don't
have the conversation, the same conversation with different people. Sometimes I'm like, it's me like in the mindset.
It's time to take it off. Hold up, Chris. I want to hold on a level tonight.
Would you consider yourself a sexual person, Chase?
How would you answer that question?
I don't even know why you would ask it.
So tell where this is coming from, because it's not coming from nowhere.
So I already told you guys, the guy that was messaging me, first of all, he asked me like 7 like direct questions in a row.
They were hella direct.
Yeah, they were.
He didn't even nuance into a conversation about question 1.
It was like, how many kids do you have? What are their ages? Where do you live? How long have you been single? Literally like that, and I answered them.
What's your social security card number?
Yeah, he was like, I would like your number. And I'm like,
Does he build basements in this?
He's Dwight Schrute, obviously.
Yeah, I was like, oh, thank you. I was like, but I don't give out my number to people unless, you know, we meet. And he was like, well, I don't meet unless I talk to them on the phone. And I'm like, sorry. And then he asked me that question.
If you're a sexual person.
Would you consider yourself a sexual person? Then
so how did you take it? Like, when he asked you, were you like, oh, like, am I, like, what in your mind, what did it mean?
I mean, like, in my head, it's like, well, one, I don't know, just, it's weird, like, do you want me to be like a flooze and be like, yes, I'm very sexual?
Right. Because I think you could be a sexual person with just one person, right?
Yeah, but it's like, I'm not.
But like, did he mean like, are you a sexual person?
But it's like, why do I want to talk about?
But I'm just like, I'm curious. His
really
mindset.
true. Yeah. The question is, what does he mean by sexual person?
Right. Like, well, how did you take it? And then like, what did he really?
And what?
mean?
Hold on. What question number was this for him? He like, oh shit. After I asked her if she has kids, is she a sexual person?
No,
We're clearly, goddammit, because I have children.
But it was like, you don't want. I clearly stated that in order for me to give you my number, we have to meet. And you're like, well, we're not going to meet unless I talk to you. And then I'm like, okay, well, sorry. And the next question is, are you a sexual person? Like,
you know why?
What?
You know why?
Why? Chase is on one.
He is really just trying to figure out.
You need your phone.
He's really just trying to figure out what's going on with you tonight.
Yeah. Did you?
And if you feel like how he feels.
I matched him.
He's a weirdo.
Because I was just like, no, I'm good.
I'd probably play a little bit and be like, oh. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to see what he was saying.
Well, since you're asking, I want to know how you feel about, oh my God, what's it called? The thing that we talked about with Rob.
BDSM.
Oh my God, what's the thing you were talking about? We had a whole 20 minutes about it in that one episode.
What is
stroking? What is it called?
Oh,
stroking.
pegging.
Yeah, pegging. Like, yes.
Pegging.
Are you into pegging?
Oh,
I would like to know.
Yeah.
And if he entertained that shit for one message more,
then he a freak.
Something's wrong.
But I just don't understand in guys' heads, like, do you really think women just want to talk about sex right off the bat?
Right.
Like,
yeah,
I don't.
No, really, truly,
maybe there is people, but I'm not one of those people.
Okay.
Sorry, I got flustered. I had to knock my microphone off.
Not one of those people. Like, yo, it's fine.
Okay. Well, more to come.
So he gone? No, is it?
It's unmatched.
Oh, I unmatched
Is
him.
there more to come?
It's
No.
unmatched.
Dum dum dum.
What's really scary is I can't taste the alcohol in this. That's actually really
You
scary.
know, the way that
I like
make
the music playing in the background when we talk. Just
the way that I
saying.
make drinks in my life, I've learned a few things. That's why I have skills. Just
Okay.
Hey, this
but
one
you know
guy
it's a
on
drink,
here.
so.
His job is he's a wildland fighter,
Oh, let me see this
firefighter
picture,
at the
Let me
government.
see Cuz picture.
What is it? Wildly?
He saves wildlife from fighters. That's not what I meant.
What?
He saves wildlife from fires.
Oh,
Hey.
that's nice. You know. Yeah, I should be able to-
I thought it was funny. I was like, oh, that does sound like a wonderful
Hey.
job. You save bunnies?
He looks nice. You should
go.
swipe on him.
I did. I messaged him.
Hey there, guy.
See,
Yeah,
I've never-
I don't
I've
put
never
any
seen
thought
what
into
other guys
that.
put as their profile picture. I'm definitely different. My
You
pictures-
take a more artistic approach, I feel
I
like.
just take.
You take more of an artistic
I just
approach.
don't be out here like.
I hate. Okay, can we talk about that for a second? Like the pictures that guys take on their online
I
dating
literally have
accounts.
screenshots.
on their,
I have
that's not
screenshots
working.
of people's
On
profiles.
their-
We'll have to blur their faces out if we show them, but I specifically go to Tinder
so.
sometimes to read profiles and look at profile pictures because some of them are so funny.
You know what's annoying? It's like when they have
This
like
guy.
5 pictures up.
This is my photo album. Doesn't he look like the guy from Twilight, Jacob?
Let me see.
I just don't have.
Stop, Jessica.
Whoa.
I don't have.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
He's
have
even
time
holding
or
a
the
wolf.
patience.
It looks like Layla.
It is. He's holding Layla. He looks like he's a werewolf. He
Don't do
looks
my
like
dog like
he
that.
is about.
My dog is an African American. Don't do her.
No, but like I hate it when like they have 5 pictures up and all of them are group pictures.
Like which
Why?
one? No, hold on. This
Oh,
the
yeah.
worst one. This the worst one. When they got pictures up, and then the person that they would look better than them. You shouldn't have did that.
Oh, I hate when they do that too.
shoulda did that.
Like,
That's
do you not
automatic.
know that
I
you're
actually
That's
thought I was a
automatic
bad person,
decline.
but I'm glad you said that.
Look,
Yeah,
I
I'm
found
being
Theodore
real.
Roosevelt's profile. It was actually really funny because it was so funny because the whole profile was as if he was
What's
the
even
president.
worse is that Jessica's so deep in this shit. She's screenshotting people
It's funny.
she doesn't
just
save.
for fun.
She hasn't
It's
saved.
so it's good conversation starter when I want to right now. I just brought it up and it was funny.
So
you
what-
guys laughed.
Okay, what is a picture, or and Chase, you as well? Like you see a picture, and it doesn't really necessarily have anything to do with the person. I mean, it does, but like, what's like a great profile picture? Like a great like catches your attention profile picture.
I ain't gonna lie.
Ooh.
If it's a woman in some scrubs, yo,
And
and
some
she's
scrubs.
cute. Yeah, it's like because it's okay. So scrubs really they scrub the entire rest of you away, for the most part. You get what I'm
So
saying?
you're pretty, like
You're
you have a nice
pretty at
face,
work,
and
yo, with some
Right.
scrubs on.
yeah, I get it.
And it's like I can't really even look at the rest
Remember
of you
this
right
guy?
now. So I'm going with these scrubs.
I think
What
for
about
me, when and this sounds really cheesy, I don't care, but it's so true. When I see a guy with like a really nice smile as his first picture, and like his whole face is just like, there's a word I use to describe it. Like when they look very easy on the eyes and they have like a nice smile. Like my favorite profile picture.
You're like, ooh.
Yeah,
I don't care how tall you are. I will swipe right.
I also
Because you don't
think
know how tall the ass is until y'all meet. Like,
all I have to
damn.
say is like I know what annoys me. Like I know like when I'm on a website, like if it's only group pictures, it's all selfies with filters.
Oh yes.
Like I don't want to see you with a dog filter and a
Yeah.
this.
And if it's this picture three
Actually,
times in
I'm
a
gonna be
row.
honest.
with shades on.
I'm gonna be honest.
If I can't see your eyes, you have
If you
shades
got
on.
on-
You have a lazy eye.
If all your shit is in bathing suits and you making if all your pictures are in bathing suits, that's a problem. Because I already know that
Interesting.
something's not
I don't
right.
think about women's profiles. Good to
Something's
know.
not right about it.
What's
Most
not
likely-
right about it?
Man, that's a cash app situation, most likely.
Is it?
If it's all swimsuit,
All of them.
What if she just wants to show you that she looks
All of
good?
them?
and
That's
so
a
I guess
problem.
that happens on the other side. I don't know how.
Yeah,
the
this
other
other, is this the other side. So, but some guys will go for it because they trying to pay money for some shit that I'm never gonna pay for. And then the duck mouth. If you out here like
I
that,
actually
yo,
don't put those pictures on my profile, like when
Duck
I
face?
am online dating. Yeah,
But
it's like
duck
the
mouth,
face.
I guess it's-
But I do randomly.
you gotta stop.
I do randomly do it.
We gotta let that
If you
shit
have
go.
if you have one, maybe in like your Instagram, that's cool. But if
all-
every
if a lot of them are like,
If it's 5 of them motherfuckers,
you can only upload 6.
you got
Right?
one more. Goddamn me! What you gonna do in that one that's gonna offset this? You gonna be in church?
And then I also notice a lot of guys take pictures with dogs. Like,
I love that
I
though.
still
They
have
know.
never taken a picture with my dog.
I bet you would get more. It has to be some sort of thing. Because
I don't know.
all the time, every time I see guys' pictures,
My
I
dog
don't know
not
if they
for
get
that though.
more.
My dog is like
Your dog's pretty. She
gorgeous,
would.
though.
different.
She is.
Or like your dog.
She's definitely different.
She's different. She is. Well, I can't wait to hear about more of your.
Escapades.
Chase needs some
on the
escapades.
sides. I'm
He
good,
needs to
yeah.
go.
Are you still on your dating app or no?
Am I on it?
Yeah.
I deleted all 3.
Why?
So I think they're still on, but I deleted them from my phone
Why?
because I'm in a certain space.
You've been
right
that
now.
space for like the last.
No. I'm in a different space. So
What space? Because I feel like it sounds like the same space. Okay.
This space is different. I'm preparing for career moves. So
Okay. Will that affect us here at the podcast?
Will you not be making strawberry
Success.
cupcakes anymore?
the podcast is fine this year
Okay.
and next year. But
Oh, okay.
The year after that,
We're good.
yeah.
We'll figure it out.
y'all
We gotta
be
get
on
it sponsored by
y'all
then.
be
Is
on
what you're
your
saying.
own. They be
Shut
like,
the fuck up,
him.
Chase.
Fuck the people who got us here.
Podcast for life.
Nah, I'll
Yes,
tell
we'll
you
just,
about
you
it.
know, okay.
We might be rich and famous by then, and we won't even have to worry about
I'm
it.
bring my nigga back in, even though he going to jail.
Oh.
Aura.
No.
No, turn. Throwing
All
my
right,
heads up.
well, I'm Stay Sorry.
Jessica Lola.
King, Count P.
And we are Houston.
I'm just saying.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
They
Oh,
really
now we
cut
gotta
that
coordinate.
shit out,
Like,
yo.
are we doing a circular motion?
Y'all gotta
Is it just
stop.
Like,
'Cause,
stay?
like, to be honest, where I'm from, we ain't never had no spirit to do fingers about.
You could kind of do it to this.
What the fuck is that?
new spirit to do fingers.
All right, so today we're gonna go over. We're gonna talk about a couple of first times, like significant first times in relationships.
This is a great episode that we concocted
Last night.
Last night.
I don't give a fuck. Go ahead.
when we was drinking.
just listening. I'm
You
just
know,
here.
and everything that came out of me and
I'm here to
Stacey's
play
mouth,
music.
it was like, yeah, that
This is such
question.
a great
Yeah,
idea.
Amazing question.
I feel
No,
like this is gonna be a long episode.
it was
you know?
like every question was.
I don't know if I'm prepared. I don't know if my battery life can take this shit.
Okay, so what are some of the rules? Are there rules to the first time you spend the night?
Oh,
Are there rules?
rules? It feel like 100 degrees. I think some of the rules.
That is a jam. That's a,
Just don't look at me when I'm still sleeping you up.
yeah.
What?
But does that happen to you often? Because I know I've heard one story.
I mean, are you just magical when you sleep?
Right. Like I need.
Like, do we need to
go take a nap?
Yeah, do we need
We're
to
gonna
watch
watch
you?
you sleep and see if it's just life changing.
Listen, I already don't get rest. I don't get rest as it is. So it's like, in my past, I've had at least two people to watch me while I'm asleep. Yo,
Two
I'm
people?
Like, yeah.
At least like if
But
anyone's
like,
watching
is it like you're
This is
asleep and then you
weird.
wake up and they're like, this is watching you, or
So the story I told y'all was that, and then there was
Right.
another story, which we didn't get into the whole story right now, but it was like, I'm knocked the fuck, and motherfucker just stroking my shoulder. I'm like, bro,
your shoulder.
how can I sleep like this?
You
But
can't
was
sleep
it in
with
the
someone
morning?
touching you?
And you look, no!
was it in the morning or is it randomly in the middle of the night? Like, well,
morning? Like,
So it
I'm
was
out,
like a
yo.
good time.
But it's like, it's the time that you should still be asleep, but they up.
what time is it?
You sound
5.
crazy.
Oh yeah, that. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay,
Why
wait,
are you up
so-
at 5? I was in college.
She
and
wanted
it was a
some. She had to
Saturday,
get
yo.
up for a 7 a.m.
And
class.
motherfuckers-
She was trying to be
but,
like,
okay, so you
Chase,
don't want
wake
anyone
up.
touching you while you're asleep.
But what? No. Yeah, don't touch me or like I'm not. I'm
You make it sound like she was staring at you. She was just.
She
trying to be
was.
Okay, but
She
like,
was
maybe
sitting
she
up.
maybe she. Okay, I've never done this. I'm just saying, like maybe it's like, oh look at Chase.
Chase-
Like, you know
look,
how you
Chase-
like someone so much.
this daddy sitting
No.
That
right
other
here.
girl, she was creepy. I'm
Stop
not
liking
Yes.
me. Stop liking me that much. Don't like me.
Don't like me.
Don't like me.
That's terrible, Chase.
Hey, like me good enough to get on your phone and start looking through your Instagram or some
Wait,
shit.
so
while I'm still asleep.
how long did it last after that happened?
It lasted. He didn't drop her for that.
He's so nice because Chase is so nice in his words.
He didn't drop her for that. I don't think you dropped her for that. Cause she was looking at you.
I didn't drop her for that, but it was a factor.
Is that a rule that? Sorry, so Chase's rule is don't stare at people while they sleep. Is that your rule?
But your sleep, you don't even know.
No, like me and my dad are so much alike, it's ridiculous. We used to our own space, so the fact that you're in my space right now,
Y'all are asleep in the bed.
Great. That's my space. That's your space. On a nightly basis, unless your whatever your app, unless your app go great, huh?
But we're sharing it. We're in the.
I understand, but
bed.
now I'm trying to sleep. And
that is so crazy.
And you waking me up with the fucking stroking and looking.
Because I'm definitely like a.
But
I like to touch.
I'm tired, yo.
I don't care.
It's different.
I like to touch. I'm a toucher.
That's fine if I'm awake.
No, if you're
it could be while you're asleep.
I might touch you.
Yeah, like I've slept like with men and like they're asleep and like maybe you massage their back, but like and they don't care.
Why?
What? You don't want a back rub?
Watch this. You sleep and I just start touching you until you wake up, and then you be like, "Oh, you're tired."
I don't feel that way when that's happened to me.
You sound crazy.
I want to be woken up.
Hey, hold on.
It's not like they're shaking you awake.
You woke me up by doing what you're doing because you awake.
Light little like. I just imagine it
being
being like
yes,
super sweet, and he's like,
and she looking at a nigga, and then I wake up. She's like, "Oh, you're so tired."
That is a little creepy.
Then why would you wake me up?
Well, we'll just have to agree to disagree. I think
we weren't there.
Sit back up.
We don't know. We don't know, Chase.
Oh, this is crazy.
You could be over exaggerating right now.
Yes. I definitely think that like cuddling.
That's not even a real rule. So when you sleep over the first time,
rule.
no, we need first time you're sleeping over. What's something a rule to live by? Okay, I'm sorry.
So the first time you spend a night at said man's house,
we have to establish what side of the bed is I'm sleeping on.
Really? I feel like anytime I've done it, it's been automatic, whether they stay at my house or I stay at theirs. Like typically the guy is on the side where the door is.
See, I like to be on the side where the door is.
Nope.
Well, okay, sorry. My other rule would just be like, I don't know, like it's our first time sleeping, like we have to establish temperature, like
the first night if you sleep at their house.
Yes, because
you talk to them about their AC.
I literally can't sleep if it's not cool enough. It is hot. I will not sleep at your house. And I'm not saying I won't try to sleep, but I will be awake and I'll get the worst sleep of my life. So we're gonna have to discuss temperature
the first time you stay at their house.
Probably what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go change it myself and not even ask them, and just be like,
"That's rude too. You can't just touch people's shit."
That's my people, and I'm sleeping in your bed.
It's your first time there at their house.
I'm gonna tell you I'm changing the air. But likely we might have already discussed air conditioning temperatures because that's kind of a thing, I guess. I don't know. I like it to be 68 degrees with the fan on. But I don't know. Like, what's a good rule?
I feel like I'm way more easygoing than you guys. Like, because I don't know. I just typically I don't plan on spending the night. Like, for the most part, I'm one to like get up at 3:00, 4:00. I'll get up and go home. Like if I feel like I've worn out my welcome, I will pack my shit so fast. Like and I just be gone. But no, let's see, like me preparing maybe for the first time going. I just try to make sure I don't have gas.
Right? I've heard this. I've heard this story a few times.
No, I'm just saying.
The place we eat at is not going to be a place that produces gas.
I just like that's the only thing. Like I've had. Yeah, I just try to make sure I don't have gas.
That's a good rule to live by.
Yeah,
don't have
take some gas extras up here.
Yeah,
because that would be terrible.
Don't have gas. Got it.
What are some other things? I'm really curious as to like Chase's rules.
Well, apparently you can't stare at him when he sleeps. Do they have to ask when to leave, Chase? Like, how do you prefer that? Like, do you tell a woman, like, if she sleeps for the first time, like, should they leave, or
like, how do you know? Because I fallen asleep at like someone's house, and I'm like, and then I just like, or when I get sleepy, like I just automatically start like packing my things or like getting my shit together and just leaving. And like I had a situation where like I left and they were like, they text me when I was like almost home. It was like, why did you leave? I didn't expect. I was just like, I don't know. Like it was like this really awkward thing. Like I feel like I make it awkward, but I make a lot of situations awkward. So that's just me.
Chase, how do you know when you should leave? If you should leave?
Yeah, like how do you know if it's like a late night thing? Do you anticipate them spending the night?
Oh, them or me?
Them and then you, both.
So, if it's them, me being a gentleman, you know what I'm saying? Me being
Ideally, the guy is a gentleman. Ideally.
Me being a gentleman, I'm like, all right, like, you good. But what's weird, even if, like, let's say nothing happened, I'll go sleep on a couch, yo.
Because you like your own space and you don't want them to stare at you.
Or you don't want them to feel like they're obligated to sleep with you either. I feel
right.
like.
That's
right.
true too.
So you can, you know, in my past, you could take the bed or some shit.
Right.
I'm good.
So, and
but
one of my...
me? I'm going home.
Really? Every time?
I like sleeping in my bed.
Even if she's like, Chase, stay.
Oh, I'm going
Daddy, stay, Daddy.
Chase likes to be called Daddy, apparently.
I really don't.
Daddy, stay.
I don't. No, not at all. No, I will go home because my mind is like, damn, bro, you know what you gotta do in the morning? And a nigga do not want to drive home in the morning.
What if it's a weekend? What if it's a Saturday?
Have y'all seen my weekend?
Okay, what if it's a weekend in which you're not very busy and it's just a regular old weekend where...
Have you seen
Sunday.
one of those?
Chase, give a good example for the general public.
I can't deal with them.
So you don't spend the night?
I don't.
Okay.
No, I go
but you
my
would
ass home.
prefer them to spend the night at your house?
I don't even prefer
If spending the night takes place...
If spending the night would take place, it's only because I don't want anybody to be driving and they're not able. That's the only reason.
Then how do you know when you leave in the morning?
Huh?
Yeah, like what signs do you give? Like, hey, you need to get the fuck out of here. What is that? What is that?
So me and my dad
Asking for a friend.
hey, listen, me and my dad are historical for this one. If I get up, okay, number one, if I got stuff to do anyway, I'm probably gonna get up. But if I just start cleaning up everything,
Oh, yes.
the cleanup.
It's like, hey,
If I get up and go
start doing dishes.
start cutting grass,
That is
And it's 12 o'clock at night.
hey, it's 12 midnight.
Why?
I ain't set up a light and I'm cutting grass, yo.
Dang it, that's so awkward.
Yeah.
Get up. Like what are you doing?
I did spend the night at somebody's house,
And he
like
did it?
in the no. So like, but it was so unintentional because the whole night I was getting ready to go out with this person. I was like, I'm not going home with them. I'm not doing this. I might sleep. No, I'm not gonna sleep with them. It's just gonna be this. But
in the rapture.
I ended up getting a little too drunk. But he was actually a super gentleman. He like Ubered us back. Like to my car, and then he drove it back, and then he Ubered us back to his car, and then drove his car back, and then he was like, he made his bed for me, and then he was like, I'm gonna go sleep in this room on this bed, and of course I'm drunk, so I'm like, why are you gonna sleep in there? You should sleep in.
Oh, you
It's always a mistake.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Jessica hit his ass like, yeah, man.
It's always
I
a
know. I
mistake.
said
She hit him with the yeah, man.
you're gonna sleep. You're not gonna sleep in here. You're gonna leave me all alone.
Yes, don't you
Damsel in
motherfuckers?
distress in your bed.
He came back and he slept in the bed, and it was a nice night. And then the morning came, and then
Hold on,
it was
hold on.
like
Let's
you
go
could-
deeper.
What's a nice night?
What's a nice night?
And
Look. He was with me. Don't fucking play me.
a nice night was, you know, like I was ready. Like this dress isn't gonna come off by itself.
Okay. So
Hey.
So, and then in the morning, that's how you know. Like in the morning too. Like if you can get it in the morning, and then like you know, they're not really in a hurry for you to leave. Like, oh, what are you doing
You
right
said
now?
you can get it in the morning.
Yes, like if you could like have a nice morning, like that's when you know, like, okay, I don't need to like do a coyote at 6 o'clock in the morning. Like, oh, you still here? Thought you would have left.
Mean, hold on. We gotta be more explicit. Because you fucking me up. She's saying if it can be a nice morning. Are you saying if you can fuck at night and then fuck in the morning? And then
in the morning, get it again? Like, and then
that
like...
not necessarily mean...
Well, I know it doesn't necessarily mean that, but like when
it buys you more time.
Yeah, like it's not like they like you're you know, they don't give you the you're not gotten yet. Yeah. I've never really gotten that, but you know.
I see what you're saying, but no, yeah. If y'all have sex in the morning, that means at least the sex last night was good.
Or I want to check to make sure it was as good as I thought it was when I was
now
drunk.
I'm not drunk. If we being completely honest. Now I'm sober. Let's
see if this still works.
Let's do a quality check here.
Yeah.
It's okay. I mean, in that instance, I didn't prepare at all because I in my head I mentally prepared to not, and then that didn't happen. So yeah.
Okay, so do you have a hoe bag? Wow. And okay, so a hoe bag, for the viewers that don't know what that is, I think, because I don't really know, that you carry certain things with you just in case you spend the night. So do you kind of like prepare?
So I'm really weird. I don't carry a bag, but I might throw like an item or two in my car, and that item or two would be a pair of underwear, and the other one would probably be like maybe flip flops or a different pair of shoes.
Hold on. So let's go deeper. So, are there some occasions where the bag that includes the extra pair of underwear is in effect as opposed to the other bag?
Wait, what?
I thought there was two different bags.
So the whole bag only has panties and flip flops.
Oh, okay. I thought it was two different bags.
Panties and flip flops. That's the whole bag.
I thought you had like that. You know what I mean?
That's like I don't know where I'm going, but I know when I wake up, I want some underwear.
I want some flip flops and panties
when I get up. Because I don't want my feet to be hurt.
And I want to make sure my underwear
is clean and not spotted. Okay.
I don't know about. Okay, go on.
Yeah. So if I ever spend the night at someone's house, I typically go late and I wear my what I'm gonna wear to bed already.
Yeah.
Or like there's been times where I brought like late, bed clothes. Guys,
if you're out there, she goes late.
I'm just saying, like if I went out with my friends and then I end up going over.
Yeah,
if it's a premeditated hoe bag, then yes, I do like to bring
perfume.
Then I do like to bring, extra clothes. Like, we might go to brunch in the morning. Let me bring some makeup.
Brunch clothes?
That hoe bag is prepared.
It's not even a hoe bag at this point. What kind of bag is this?
Just in case
this is a different type of bag.
Just in case you want to go for a run around Memorial Park.
Oh, run.
God, I have that.
You want to go meet your parents?
I have an outfit for any occasion in the morning.
See, the woman's bag is a mystical place, guys. We got to be better because they bags be different. Our bags be the wallet.
Oh, I know you ain't got clothes prepared for this, so you can just... No, I got the...
Oh. Yeah. See, that
I really wanted to take you to the movies. I got clothes.
Yeah.
I got clothes.
But I know you don't got clothes, so... Nope. I got those right now.
What sucks is because there was one time where like I did spend the night somewhere and then they wanted to really go somewhere after.
Like go somewhere.
And so I just like put on their clothes and we like went out to like Waffle. It was like Waffle House, like
this
something
dude
like
got
super.
Some beautiful hair.
Put on their
cause hair is luxurious.
I just didn't have clothes.
That's crazy.
And I'm good for stealing people like guys' clothes too. So
I think a lot of women do that.
Works out. Especially hoodies, because it's almost hoodie season.
Ooh, and they smell good and they're so warm.
Yes, I love it.
Do you have a hoe bag, Chase?
No.
Yeah, he doesn't have a hoe bag because he don't spend the night.
Boom.
Yes.
I'm horrible.
He doesn't have to prepare.
You're an old man.
I'm not human.
You don't have a meme album. You don't like to spend the night nowhere.
Nope.
You need to cut grass at 12 o'clock at night.
Hey, yo.
Okay, so... yeah, we were drunk.
Nope.
I'm gonna
No. Ask the shit.
Question.
Ask the shit. You wrote it. ask.
It seemed like a good question at the time.
See, at the time, when I wrote it, Lord Jesus, it was amazing.
Okay, so
I think I know what question it is.
do men prefer
Oh shit!
Chase, you asked us to ask you.
a
so.
shaved
didn't.
woman? What? Yeah,
That's deep.
it's not that deep.
I don't think dudes care at all.
That's what I said last night. I was
Dudes
like,
do not
I don't
care.
think guys care.
I know guys don't care.
Am I getting the privilege?
Yes.
Well, then it's like, yo.
That's what I thought.
But like,
No.
what if like you normally get the privilege and then randomly it just shows up, you know,
Like all like nice and goddamn
like randomly,
Like-
or it's missing. Oh God! So what happens? What happens?
He just put it on your chest. No. I think it'll, I guess it'll be a nice surprise. But what you guys,
See, so
but what you don't,
surprise means it would be preferred.
no, that does not mean that. There's no preference because I'm getting the pleasure of no matter what.
Yeah, I guess like the pleasure.
You are
wouldn't
providing.
change.
You don't understand. You are providing me with pleasure today. I don't care what form. Have you ever heard of anybody be like, God damn it, that turkey was good, but if they just would have fried the motherfucker.
Yes. I've definitely
That was a bad example.
heard of
That was another pretty
That's a bad example. But if you were starving,
Okay.
and somebody provided you with a sandwich,
Would you say, I wish that
If you were
God
if
damn
you
it.
were homeless
If you was
and they
homeless-
gave you food,
Come
would
on.
you say, couldn't you have brought me a fillet?
come on this evening, come on.
Okay, so men don't care, which I felt like that was the right answer.
I don't think we do, and I mean, I think
We definitely care about it more than guys do.
Now I think that no, y'all definitely care about it more than guys.
Yeah.
I just think that.
So Chase, I have a question. A follow-up question.
She was sitting there thinking about it too. Like, I was like, shit, okay. So, go ahead, girl. I have a
So
question.
if you went on a date, it was about to happen, and then it starts to go down,
Now.
and then
What's
just
that?
it's just
Hold on.
it's just this big old.
Wait a minute. Okay,
There's a difference.
like, there's a big difference between like
there's a
I haven't
difference.
shaved in a week to like
all
I
of a
just don't
sudden.
ever shave.
I've never
It's
Now
shaved
it's
ever.
You don't got pieces. No,
1975.
I don't know.
Not
I don't know this evening. Yeah, that's gonna be
Why are you playing
acceptable.
gospel music?
I don't know if that's what I want.
So would you ever be the woman that like just never shaved, like never?
No, I mean we're not talking about no crazy stuff like I can't even find it. That's what Jessica's bringing up right now.
Right.
And I'm more so like, there's a
Act like
normal
you at
there's a
least care
normal
a little
layer, that's fine. And I mean, there's a certain amount of care that you should have in your body, period.
Just like
Right.
And
men.
and just like men, and it's apparent if you see it.
Okay.
So you should be able to tell.
I just wanted to ask.
Now, if it's just crazy down there,
Nope, don't do it.
if it's just a little too much, you just need to lay hands on those people.
Lord, oh no, no,
Lord, no,
I didn't mean to
Jesus.
say
You just need to lay hands on. And do you have conditioner
Sorry, I got him started.
and or
My bad.
shampoo?
You did.
Do you have anything that could cleanse yourself this evening? Even though I won't
Why are we
partake.
letting him? Why are you doing this?
Even though I won't
I just
partake.
wanted to
That's
ask.
man.
Why are
Yeah.
you still going?
I'm just
Okay.
I
saying.
just want Chase to actually do this to a woman, like when she comes over, and then he's like, "Let me get my laptop and my gospel music 1 second," and then he just starts,
Okay, so men obviously don't care as long as it's not just like completely untamed.
They've been wanting this for a while, guys. Jessica
good.
for sure. She's like, I think I just have to make sure I get a Brazilian. There was a time when
I
Brazilian
do. You sound just like me, Chase. Once a month, whether you're
Guess
needed
what?
or not.
Men didn't know what Brazilians were. Until a few years ago, most likely. Until he had to buy a girl one.
Yep. Okay, so do men expect for bra and panties to match?
Don't give a fuck. Also, don't give a fuck.
So that's more of a.
I
So
feel
we
like
kind
it's
of
a
give
nice-
ourselves all these
Y'all
tasks.
be making these y'all be doing all this to yourself.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, we don't. You know why? Because if the bra come off and the pants come off, they come off at different times.
Yeah, I already
They come off at different times. So I don't even remember what the bra looked like when the panties come off.
This is true.
I'm focusing.
Why do you look so upset, Jessica?
I'm focusing. You know why?
Put so much
Because
time and effort into all these
Magic
things, and
panties
Chase is
I'm
like, what?
focusing on the task at hand, and it is a miracle that I got the first one off, and now I got the second. I'm focused on one miracle at a time. You gotta be thankful.
He doesn't
You gotta
care
be
what it's
thankful.
wrapped in.
You give a fuck but a rap.
I feel like maybe like Chase said, it's a surprise when it happens. So that's why
I hope
lingerie.
it's a surprise.
That's why
If
lingerie
it's
happens.
automatic,
You know, at
yo, that's whack.
anniversaries and weddings and Valentine's Day. It's a
Ugh.
special occasion, maybe. Chase, shut up. If you just saw some nice lingerie, you'd be like, ugh.
I'm not saying I
That's
would
exactly-
be like that. I'm just saying
Like the special occasion
it should
thing.
just have to
Yeah.
be that. It should be
At
when
random.
you feel like, yeah. Because you know what? When it's only special occasion, guess what I do? I know the shit coming. That's whack.
I agree with that one.
Sorry, Jessica.
Yeah.
But men do, they're not that fucking dumb. It's just like, oh, she's going to put that one on again.
Hey, what if I buy a new one?
Oh, she's going to bring some peanut
What
butter
if
out.
what if I get it in red instead of black?
Ooh,
Tricked you.
What if I use Nutella instead of peanut butter?
ooh, chocolate. I'm not even tasting this for
Did you
you.
preheat the oven?
It's for you.
It is. I can
Okay,
smell
I just
it.
wanted to make sure. All right, so because I'm ready for cupcakes. Okay, so
Guys, if you guys didn't know, we're on episode. This is probably gonna be 22. But the
23, 20.
When we get to 25, Chase is making us
It
laugh.
is 23.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is gonna be 23. We made it to episode 20. I said
He said he was gonna make us dinner.
I was gonna make dinner.
We're settling
I
for
was on some
cupcakes.
bullshit. I don't know what's wrong with me.
No, because you didn't think we were gonna make it to 20.
Did not. I don't know why we. I really
I don't know why you thought that. I feel like
going.
me and Stacy are pretty dedicated. I mean, we post
Right.
14 messages in the
Yeah.
group me.
No, that's you. Stacey posts 2. You post 12. So the addition works. But yeah. So
So,
we made it to 20. So yeah.
Yeah.
Celebrate.
Now we
All
need
right.
cupcakes. So
Damn.
when should you allow? I don't even know. Allow. It's not even up to you. Okay. So passing gas in front of your significant other for the first time.
Oh,
Oh,
where's
shit.
the farting sound effect?
Yeah,
Like there
that's
needs
what we
to be
needed.
one.
'Cause we don't ever want to hear that shit.
Okay.
Ever?
No, I don't. To be honest, man, put it like this.
Have you ever heard it and pretended not to hear it?
I'm 31 years old, yo. I've never heard a woman fart in my life.
You got
Not even
really-
my mom. I've been knowing my mom for 31 years. I still ain't heard it. To be,
Okay.
the
hey,
elu-
I've been in the room.
The elusive
We're gonna be real. When
woman.
you're a kid and your mom bring you everywhere.
Yeah.
I've been in the room while she used the restroom. I still ain't heard it.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't even remember it.
Or maybe you
Don't
blocked
hear
it
I've
out.
definitely farted
Maybe
here
you-
before.
Guys, if you're out there and you want a woman that will fart, no matter if you're
He
here,
can't hear farts,
if
ladies.
you're deaf,
That's a blessing.
Yes.
or whatever.
He is deaf because he is living with
Stacey
his
is the
mom.
lady for you, and that's real.
I'm just saying. So like,
Chase's like, mind is blown.
But if your woman farted in front of you for the first time, would you be okay with that?
Apparently, Chase doesn't.
Depends on what we.
It would be the first one he's ever heard. We don't know what
First of
Chase
all,
would
when
do.
we do fart, it definitely doesn't sound like a fart. Since
Does
you've never
it?
heard it, let me just let you know.
Depends.
It sounds.
What
like,
does it sound like,
music.
Chase? Look up a sound.
Sounds.
What does woman fart sound like?
It definitely
beautiful.
doesn't sound like men
Does
fart.
it sound like angels singing?
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like. Since you've never heard one.
And then it just smells like roses and Bath and Body
Yes.
Works fragrances.
Yeah.
Smells like watermelon and lemon.
Mm-hmm. Smells like, what's that passion stuff by Victoria's Secret?
I got my mom watermelon lemon body wash and splash.
Watermelon lemon.
Oh, watermelon lemonade. I'm sorry.
Watermelon lemonade.
Oh, it should smell good, yo.
Watermelon
Like,
lemonade.
it's something about a woman that smells like some shit I drink. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, my, whatever. Oh my god.
Fart noises.
That's all you got.
Okay, Jessica, have you ever farted in front of
This is why our
anybody?
podcast doesn't go anywhere. We don't want to hear this shit.
Jessica,
Take the phone. Go to her
can't even
Bumble.
turn it off.
Hey, put it on her
And
Bumble
it
app.
has 6 million views, yet we can't
Chase
get
has never
6
heard.
million views.
Chase has still never heard one that has 6 million views. Just
Okay,
saying.
so
That was a woman fart?
have you ever had like an embarrassing like fart story?
I mean, I feel like I have. I remember the feeling of doing that, but it's like, and the only person I can really think of is my ex-husband. But I feel like when somebody has watched, I feel that's a significant other. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's been other people too. Like it's a natural thing. It happens. It has to happen in front of other people.
I don't know why it's like one of those things where it's like it's so embarrassing. Like I know it happens to everybody, but like why do we feel like shit
No, that's big.
when we pass gas?
Yeah, everybody feels like shit. When it happens.
Right.
Like, damn.
Like, why?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
don't know.
I've been at work before. And I know this is
I know
happening.
your protein shake.
It's two different ones. It's two different ones.
Oh no.
The least biggest one is which I know people talk about it all over the world. Is the elevator fart where you're in the elevator by yourself and you just fart because you ain't fuck it. It's 8 a.m. and then because I go to the 3rd floor, but for some reason today we stopped at the 2nd because somebody need to go to the 4th. And it's like, God damn, like, damn, I can't really play.
And you got it funky all up in there.
Already. The worst one is when somebody come to my office, yo.
Because it's on nobody but you.
It's only me. I'm not going, yo, I've been sitting here. You know I've been sitting here. We was just in a meeting.
I've been farting the whole time.
And then I got the heater on.
Oh no, Chase.
It's warm flatulence in this
Yeah,
motherfucker.
like, I don't know why it's so embarrassing. Like
The girls, they'll be at a restaurant and they'll all be like, I tooted. And I'm like,
No.
stop it. She's a girl. She doesn't say
Toot.
harsh, flatulent.
Yeah, no.
No,
So
I
I had a friend over, and so my sister. Oh,
This is so
sorry,
so
sister.
funny.
So she was like, my sister didn't tell me this. It was somebody else that told me that.
Somebody else.
Someone else was like, if you.
A what?
If you pass
If
gas,
you pass gas, like, you know, because like a lot of
And
times
put-
women pass
and
gas
put
while
what
they're
a-
peeing.
Oh,
If you pass
my
gas and you
God.
like spread your butt cheeks apart, it doesn't make the noise. Like it'll just come out. And so I decided to test this theory while I had somebody over.
If you do what?
if you hold your butt cheeks up,
Spread your butt cheeks apart. And so
Oh, wow.
I did it, and like it was like, it like made it louder. Now, mind you, like I have like you know,
Oh, this is a horrible episode. I've learned way too much today.
my restroom and my bedroom, like it's connected because you don't have like whatever, it's connected. And I was like, I don't know where they were walking to, but I don't think they heard. But it was.
or
really
they pretended they didn't hear, which is
Yeah.
even worse.
So
Guys not gonna tell you they heard this shit.
thank you. Please don't, because it's embarrassing. Like
y'all know
I really didn't want to
Outkast.
pass gas.
Outkast told y'all a long time ago. Y'all think y'all shit don't stink,
Shut up.
but it really just felt like boo-hoo.
So guys don't care if you fight in front of them.
Knock it out of the park, ladies.
No, I think no. Let's not. We ain't gonna spread that narrative. If you out here, we out eating, yo. We just met, and you eating.
You just gotta take those.
You
stomach
eat your
pains.
sandwiches, and you go. And you like, and then you do some shit like, and then you just keep going. That's like, yo, because guys won't do that. You gotta think about it.
What do we do? It's so embarrassing.
Go to the restroom.
Yes, but like sometimes
But it's already too late. Jason already came out.
Hold on. When was the first time that you heard a guy fart?
I hear guys like all the guys that I've been with, I've heard fart.
Yeah, me too.
But how long did it take?
It didn't take long at all.
No, it was like a few
man.
months. A few months of them sleeping
Barely.
over, all that stuff.
Barely a couple months.
Did they
You know,
did
guys
they
fart in
that
their
you heard
sleep.
it? Okay, they don't count.
Cause you're not right.
I'm not even. I can't even
count.
stop
I
it.
can't
I can't even stop that shit.
those. Like,
The dream was too crazy. I lost control. I'm over here on Jupiter and shit in my dream. On Earth, I farted. My bad. Like,
but yeah,
I tried, but shit, I can't be in two places at one time.
So yeah,
This is a terrible
I
episode.
really feel passionate about this now because like it's really a natural thing, and I just hate to be shamed. I don't want to be fart shamed. I don't want to be fart shamed. I don't want to fart shame. Like it's natural.
We're
all
starting a
do it.
movement.
We
Don't
can't fart
shame the people who fart.
That's your chance. Don't
If
shame.
you can, but if you can make it to the restroom, please do that. But like, if not, like I won't. shame
Sometimes you make it to the restroom and then people are in there, so it's
There's still people in the restroom.
you're gonna embarrass
It's
somebody.
women
You
though,
just gotta
You're going to be
choose.
embarrassed
So?
regardless.
But how can you be embarrassed by other? No, I ain't gonna lie
No,
about. Okay.
that's guys that are way more open about that kind of stuff than women.
Guys, these are problems in the men's restroom, yo. Number one, because you know guys have urinals. Bro, I don't want to talk right here.
Y'all talk to each other?
No, people do try to talk to you in there.
No, they talk to you. Oh yeah, man. So how's the day going, nigga? If you don't talk to me,
Okay,
when I get
I've
out this
never been in a
motherfucker-
urinal before. Like, can y'all see each other's dicks?
Yes.
If you look over, but I never.
Oh,
I
is
don't
that
look
like against
over.
the rules?
Yeah,
you had anyone look
you
over
got
at you?
two options.
I've heard.
Down.
But like, have you had
Straight.
anyone like
Three options.
look over? Like,
Bro, don't do that. Why?
is that like an automatic like problem? Like you call them out?
No, you don't. But it's like you be like, bro, why is this nigga like? Why you even listen? It's happened multiple times where I'm in there and I'm doing what you're supposed to do. I'm
Right.
in there. I'm focusing. I'm looking up, and dude come in. Oh man, it's hot as hell out there today, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
I can
it
see Chase
is.
doing that. It is so hot outside.
And then I zip in, flush, go wash my hands, and try to get out of there before he comes to wash his hands. Because now you really want to talk for some reason. Because you waited until I was over there.
So is that do you notice one ethnicity that does it over another?
I've never-
There is also that. That is
I'm just
completely.
curious.
That is true. That yeah.
What ethnicity is it?
Anglo-Saxons.
Really?
Yeah, Anglo-Saxons love to talk in the restroom.
I've never been in a male. I've never
I
had to
haven't
pee in a
either.
urinal, so I didn't know.
Listen,
I'm really
in the restroom,
oblivious to what race would talk to other races while peeing.
in the restroom, the biggest you normally, I would think the biggest you should get in the restroom is a.
You shouldn't talk at all.
It should be like, I'm washing my. That's it. Because I'm handling business right now.
Okay. I gotta pee. Okay.
I'm about to.
Yeah, no, we talk
This
in
is
the
a
restroom.
personal moment.
See, like that's
Women
the difference. Like,
different,
y'all are
yo.
able to pass gas in y'all's restroom. We're able to talk to each other, like whether we're in stalls.
I
We
ain't-
talk to random
hold
women.
I
we
do.
don't know.
Hold on. All of this other thing. Because
That's
y'all don't know
like-
about this. Let me let y'all in on some other shit. I feel so sorry for a lot of people. Because if you're like using the restroom, you can hear other people using the restroom. And it's like they be having a hard time.
Like
Oh, I've heard that.
Or it'd be like they urine don't like really work that well. Or they
Oh, because it's like the
fucking-
streams. Like,
yeah, he's like dicka-cuckoo, dicka-cuckoo. Little drop. Little
what?
drop. Yeah, and you go. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh no!
I'm so sad
I'm
for
sorry.
him. So I hope they get their shit together.
No, your best friend
Dicka-doo-doo,
on a drunk night out with your friends is always the drunk girl in the stall next to you. Like, doesn't matter if you're peeing, pooping, like, yep. I'm saying in a drunk stall. I'm not saying I've done that or I would want to, but like drunk people don't care. They'll talk to you.
Yep.
So
Am I too drunk? Do you guys still love me?
All right. So first time. So we're all older, right? We're all in our 30s. 9 times out of 10, we're gonna meet somebody with kids. Right, I know we've discussed dating a parent before, but we really didn't get into much of like meeting the father or mother of said child.
have you ever had to meet one, Chase?
Nope.
I remember you saying that from that episode.
From above.
But like you have.
I was close.
I've been on the meeting side, and then I've also been the person who is telling the other person, hey, you might need to meet this person.
Right.
What was the question?
Just meeting like whether like for instance with you and me meeting our child's like father significant other or having our significant other meet our kids' fathers.
So in recent experience, I've come to learn that if I have to meet every single person that you date, like, it might be a lot, and I don't need to meet those people, in my opinion.
Right.
Now, because, like, my ex has asked me, like, hey, do you need to meet this person? And they dated for, like, 2 weeks.
Right.
You know? And it's like, no, I don't. But I feel like if it comes to a point where you're like, hey, this is kind of getting serious, we're spending a lot of time, they might move in, or, you know, something of that nature. Like,
something
I feel like I want you to meet them, so, then I'll meet them. But...
Right.
And I think you should also give them a heads up, like if your kids are gonna be meeting somebody, like, hey, just so you know, this person, if whoever mentions is this person, that's my girlfriend or my boyfriend, blah blah blah. Right. That's fine.
Yeah, I agree. But I also feel like, if you're dating, every person shouldn't be meeting your kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're actively dating and like you've been, oh, this is so great, we've known each other for 2 weeks, and like you meet them and then they're not there anymore, and then like, you know, or the mom meets them, the kids meet them, and then like there's someone new that comes in. Okay, now the kids are meeting them. Do you want to meet them? I don't know. Last time they were okay. Now she's gone. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like this whole like rotation of people. I know that you're not doing it, but I'm just saying like men typically like to do those things. So it's just like,
and I've been in that situation, and I personally, like, if you're a guy, I would prefer that my children not meet every person you date for 2 weeks or every person you date for a month. Like, but I mean, I know it's gonna happen, and I feel like, especially in my situation, like, I'm gonna trust that you're the dad, you know what's best for them, right? You know, that's but all you can do. You know, that's really it. But meeting them, And then I've also met that person. I think it's easier when the parents can be mature and there's a good relationship there, right? And I mean, I wouldn't mind meeting somebody if that person wanted to meet me either. So, you know, it's not necessarily my rules. I feel like it's just up to the parent and what they want.
Yeah, I agree. I haven't. As you know, because JC's father and I we're no longer together, but like I think I've maybe met 2 of the women that he's been with, but there's definitely been like quite a few women that have met JC, but that are no longer around. I personally haven't had. I think I've had maybe one person meet JC's father, and we were together for 5 years. So it's like, you know.
Yeah. I've had one person meet. It's just, and I think too, like I said, it just depends, like, on, you know, like, it's up to the parent if they want them to meet. I don't think it's mandatory, but, you know, unless they're obviously going to live with them or something like that. But if it comes to a point where it's getting more serious, then yes, I will do that courtesy, and they should do that courtesy too.
Yeah. I would definitely like if I'm dating someone and they have a child, I would like to give that woman the same respect that I would expect. Yeah. So it's like I would like to meet, you know, whomever JC's going to be around, just for like like at bare minimum security purposes. You know what I'm saying? Like, because what if something happens and you're like, who is this random person? Like, I don't even know who she is, or you know, I don't even know who he is, and you know, like, just from that aspect. But I definitely think that if when you get along with, you know, your kid's father or mother, it makes it easier to have those open conversations.
I agree, definitely.
So, right, Chase.
Thanks, Chase, for all your input.
I mean, I've never experienced it, so I can't actually give input on that one. But nobody's met any crazy parents. Did y'all say that already or no?
Have you met?
I think I told that story where I met well, I didn't know I was meeting them, and they literally, like, the friend just opened the door and she just walked right in and went ape shit on, like, the dad and went crazy and called the cops and stuff. But I'm trying to think, I don't think I've met anybody else.
1 second. What's up, bitch ass nigga? What's good?
Fuck you doing, little nigga?
We are recording our
Who
second
this?
episode, Bobby.
Oh, Bob.
Second episode for the day.
Oh, hey guys, how you doing?
Hi, you're interrupting us now.
Bobby, show your face so you can be on the camera. Come on.
You're famous.
Gosh,
You're
Bob.
famous, kind of, almost. I'm gonna hit you back. I'll hit you back.
And then I had an ex meet somebody I was dating, and I was dating them for a little bit, so in respect they should have met them, but beforehand they talked so much crap that, like, when I see them and this, that, and the other, and then they actually did meet them and they were like nothing like that. So I don't know, it's whatever. That's but I don't know.
No, I've never met the ultra parent. The ultra parent, you know.
Yeah. So I don't know. I would personally like the same respect that I give. I give respect. I would expect respect.
She don't give respect.
I do, and that's what I like. If I date someone that has a child, I would definitely expect to like meet that child's mother if we're going to like really take things seriously, or like even
what's that time when you think you should be meeting the I ain't gonna say I hate saying time,
right, because it changes.
What's the point
if we're getting to the points where like it's like we've discussed like we're in a relationship,
almost moving in together.
We've discussed like, okay, we've discussed marriage and we've talked about like all of those things already, then I think it's important to.
Is marriage discussed before y'all move in together?
Well, yeah,
I think it should be.
I don't think so. I'm just throwing things out.
I feel like I'm at an age, I don't know about everybody else, that
you old.
If we aren't discussing marriage after, like, I mean, if it's not discussed within the first 6 months about like your intentions, maybe I'm not saying you need to say if you need to marry me tomorrow. Right. I'm just saying if you don't know that if you're dating me or whoever to be in marriage, then yeah, like that should definitely happen before moving.
But yeah, no, I think if we've talked about marriage and all of that, then I expect to meet your child's, mother.
Yeah, and that's when I would expect to meet them
also,
too.
and I just, like I said, I hope that I get to a point where like if we are discussing marriage, like we're not moving in until like we're married. Like that's what I would like.
Y'all shacking up, huh?
That's what I would like, because I've already done that. You know what I'm saying? Like I've already lived with someone I lived with 2 men for years, and I would just prefer
no marriage,
right?
Like, yeah, marriage should happen.
I don't get married, didn't, but like that's what I would prefer. But like shit happens, things change. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
But shit, he got that mansion over there.
Let me just hop on it. But yeah, so
Jason could have his own blower.
That's how I would like it in a perfect world. So, first time meeting friends.
Yeah, I'm trying to change. No.
First time meeting friends.
I've met friends before. I ain't gonna lie. In my lifetime, I've met friends where I know that I was not liked because sometimes people don't really get me because I'm a little different.
Keep saying that, Chase.
You're weird. You're weird, Chase.
I'm a little off. A little crazy. But I've also met where it's like, dang, you're pretty bad.
Oh.
That's definitely happened. But that was in a situation where we just had an argument in the car.
So like, had you not had this argument, you probably wouldn't have
the whole
noticed.
shit was already over in the car, but you still want me to meet your friends?
Ooh.
Yeah.
So now I'm in the spot like
looking for your next.
I'm in the spot like the one I'm having a conversation with is crazy right now. Like you, on the other hand, who we just had this whole argument with.
Do you make any preparation before you meet friends, or do you not care?
No,
I know you're different. You don't care.
Fuck.
Yeah,
I don't care at all. Why?
I feel like it's
if
always.
I gotta do that, like, yo.
It's always like the women, I'm just speaking for me, the women always ends up meeting the men's friends, like whether you're not talking, like you just always just kind of you end up meeting their friends. But like for some strange reason, it feels like when the men have to like meet your friends, it's some sort of like
is a thing.
Yeah,
I think women are more protective of the men from their friends.
Huh?
Yeah.
Women are more
protective of the men from their friends. What I'm saying is, really and truly, the women are more protective of themselves for the men of their friends. Because once the girl's friends meet the guy, now they got shit to talk about. They had what you said at first, and now they have data. So now they got data to come back to you with, but there's always the third group. The third group is all of your other friends without you. And that's when they discuss you behind your back about the nigga that you fucking with.
You think all this happens? You think all this happens?
You think it does?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I guess you're right. Like the information you tell your friend to your face, like, oh yeah, he's great. And then when you go to the other friend, you're like, oh, I met Stacey's guy, and man, you're. Well, I'm gonna let it, like, I get it. But I mean, honestly, that doesn't happen unless you just get a shitty guy.
Or if you have a ton of friends too, because like it's not like I just have like this long resume of friends.
We have groups of friends. I don't hear that shit.
I mean, to me, I think like. I like to have them meet the friends before I have them really kind of meet family, because it's like friends is like the buffer for me of like, all right, like my friends, like they're gonna understand like us because of our age, because of jokes, all that kind of stuff. Like they also want what's best for me. They're not hopefully not as critical as parents.
You're using your friends as a first verification before they meet your parents.
Yes, but it's also important for me that. Like, and I'm not saying this guy has to change or do anything crazy, but like, I like, personally for me, I like a guy who is able to be presentable or be in all different situations and be okay. Like, I don't have to feel like I'm like, are you okay? Like, are you uncomfortable? Are you this? Like, I don't like that. And I've dated guys like that, but I mean, and that's why usually if he's gonna meet friends, like, we'll be dating, we'll be going on our dates, I'll tell my friends about him or tell them about our dates, and then at some point I'm gonna be like, all right, we're all going out, he's gonna come, or I'll make it so that, you know, so it might be like 3 or 4 months before they meet him, maybe like 3-ish, depending on how fast that moves or whatever.
Yeah,
invite him to something. So
yeah, I think I'm not like I'm a little weird, because like there's been times where it's like my friends wouldn't meet said guy, but like my mom has, I have had family that have met them. Like I'm very like I could be very closed off. How does sometimes.
That go? They wouldn't meet. What does that mean? They say
like they just I just wouldn't.
Or you wouldn't let them because you know your friends.
No, it's not even like it's not even like it's done on purpose or initially. Like a lot of times, like I tend to be like really closed off with certain things, and it's like if we're at this really like great space and like I like this space where I'm like, okay, yeah, it's time for you to meet my parents. Okay, you can meet my parents, but like I'm not saying that my friends are like on the back burner, but it's like it's not necessarily like a priority. Like I wouldn't be like, okay, this is the first step, this is the set, like first step. No. I mean my parents, my friends second step. Like it like to me it doesn't process to me that way.
To me,
and I think it's and honestly, like the reason I say it's like that for me is because like I've dated somebody who's been a complete A to friends, and so I'm like, so for me, because of that experience, I'm like, no, I need them to be able to like actually like my friends or vice versa, because you know if we are in a long-term relationship, like I still want to see my friends, or I still want my friends to come over. So like I guess for me, and my family doesn't live close, so it's like if you're gonna meet my family, we have to go to Dallas, Austin, Houston, wherever, and that's a big deal. So I'm gonna have you meet the people that are probably here first, and then it's like you know, I don't know.
So I just tend to be a little more closed off. Like
ain't nothing wrong with that. I use the voice like when a song come on and it should be like
I can hear.
So Chase, do you have your ladies, do they typically meet your friends first?
I don't have a schedule. I don't have a quota. It really and truly. So my friend groups are different from probably a lot of people. I have a very small circle, and that's by design. So it's like,
of course, it's by design.
It's by design.
Everything with Chase is by design.
So, I'm sorry. So yeah, if you, like I said, I think I've said that before here. If you meet my dad, that's one thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Hold on. If you meet my dad and he cook, that's a whole nother thing. And then if we get to the point where you meet now if you ever meet my mom, most likely you meet my mom and my grandmother at the same time. If you get there, that's completely different. And most people don't. And the reason why they don't get there is because there's more pressure on me. Because once you meet them, well, how's such and such doing?
Right.
Because see, we like her. Oh, y'all make some pretty kids. So if I gotta deal with that shit, yo, well, people be thinking like, oh, okay, for me, a lot of people think, oh, I met his mom or I haven't met her. For me, it's not so much that I don't care for you to meet. It's more pressure on me,
right,
in the conversations that I have to have with them on a day-to-day basis. I don't want to think about my love life every day, to be completely honest.
Oh, Chase, you're so funny.
I'm just saying, she'd be the one, because my mom goes down like a list of things to talk about. All right, so you know, how's work going? You got out of there, huh? Okay, you on your way home? Were you going to the gym? Oh, okay, yeah. Well, okay. Well, yeah. How's such and such doing? Then she'll. Oh fuck. I don't feel like talking about this shit right now. I've been at work for fucking 13 hours.
Huh? And you don't want to talk about the love of your life? Got it. So
if it's not, so what I'm saying is, if it's the love of my life, good. But if you're not,
and then you gotta talk about it.
Then you gotta talk about it, and you don't want to.
Oh, they did this, but yeah, you don't want to share.
We gotta think about the positive.
I'm just giving y'all the real
positive.
Shit.
Okay.
So meeting friends, we all consider it a little differently.
We do for sure. Doesn't matter if your significant other, if your friends don't like your significant other. Does that matter?
No.
Depends what the reasons are.
Yeah, unless they're giving you some like valid ass proof.
But usually you know the reason even before they say it, like if that is the case. Like, but then too, like, I don't know, I feel like all of my friends would want to see me happy, and like, why are they gonna nitpick at somebody if it's not worth it? You know, like I guess yes,
right.
Like they would tell me like, Jessica, he has a wife. Why are you doing that? Like that's probably not good, you know. But like,
what if my friends? It would depend. But it also would depend on like who he is and like the type of connection that we have. Because it would just depend on what they would say. Like if they're just like, oh well, because a lot of times like for some strange reason I end up like dating a lot of guys that are like really like introverted, like closed off, like, which is fine for me because I kind of like, I have my moments where I'm the opposite,
because
and then like when I am,
because you know Jessica's a nigga. I'm sorry, Stacey's a nigga. So it's like, hey bro, get the fuck up.
What? No. So yeah, it would just depend on like what their feedback is. It would have to be some really valid reason, like you're married or you know, but it can't be any like, oh well, I don't like this personality trait.
But you
like,
know, but see, what it is you know your friends.
He talks too much, Stacey. You need to stop talking.
Right,
you know your friends.
But I feel like none of your friends, at least some of the ones I think, would say stuff like that anyways. Nope. Like everybody would have a real one. Mm-hmm. So I don't even think that's really. Like now I can see if you had like a crap ton of friends. You know, like their downfalls too.
Right.
So it's like, you know, if they would say something that was off about them. A lot of times the things that we criticize about other people are things that we don't like about ourselves. So if they're doing that, then you be like, okay, you'll take it, right. But you already know where to put that, you know.
Right. But it's definitely not like the nail in the coffin of the relationship. Right. So, all right. So we kind of touched on meeting parents for the first time. Have you met a lot of parents, Chase?
I've met a number. Yeah, I've met a number of. Yeah.
What do you do to prepare for that?
Nothing. I'm horrible.
You just go. Do you bring anything? The flowers?
Barbecue sauce.
Really?
You bring barbecue sauce?
That's nice.
I made barbecue sauce from scratch.
And you just bottle it. And
every time you meet somebody, you bring barbecue sauce.
That's what I should do.
Or do you do you bring a gift? Is it good practice? I was invited
to a barbecue, and I was like, "Yo, do y'all have barbecue sauce?" And they was like,
"What if you were just invited to a regular family dinner?
Right.
Do you bring anything then?"
No.
Invited to Christmas? Do you bring something?
No.
You just
a barbecue's different.
You gotta bring a side or something.
Like barbecue.
Some plates.
To barbecue is like
foil.
Like if you were meeting the lady's mom, you really loved the girl. She was great.
Right.
You wouldn't bring the mom flowers or like wine or something. Like no. Okay. Just wondering.
I honestly only seen that in movies.
Yes. I was wondering. I'm trying to get data so I know.
This the first time. They'll be wasting my flowers if the lady crazy.
Do you consider what to wear though? No.
What kind of?
No, I was gonna say tight pants.
My pants tight regardless. My pants always tight. So that's gonna be what it is.
It's okay, Chase.
I consider what I wear.
I consider it, but I've never been unpresentable.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not doing that for you. I'm not doing that for you.
No, like for you, I don't know, but like I'm speaking like for me.
Like I wouldn't show up in a whole bunch of holy jeans, like really holy.
My shorts,
stripper heels.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Stacy shorts.
You
need to
put her up. But even if you, and this is a bad question for Chase, and I'll ask it anyways. I already know the answer. But like, if you're bringing the girl home to meet your mom, like, and she was like, you're not gonna ask her to, hey, can you dress maybe a little, I don't know. Like some people
should already know though.
Yeah, I'm not gonna ask, but if you don't.
Okay.
You get a point?
Like she shows up in one of those low drop tops,
Unfortunately, it's different for women because women have the opportunity to be provocative. Mm-hmm. What's provocative for a man?
I mean, if you were a man and you showed up in a holy, like with holy jeans and a t-shirt and like you didn't do your hair,
Tupac shirt on.
That's not provocative.
Not provocative, but I mean, I want you to be put together, maybe like a little bit. You don't have to wear no button up or anything. But I mean, I would probably like you to wear a button up, but
all
still.
I'm painting a picture of is the difference. The woman's perception when she meets parents is to be reserved, a type of reserved or a type of just calm. For a guy, is to be upstanding.
Chase, I hate you with your philosophical words.
That's not right. It don't make sense.
Chase should have like his own little pamphlet of like just Chase saying.
They don't make sense.
It makes sense. Yes.
So it's like the guy's supposed to be upstanding. So all you're describing is a guy who's too relaxed. Why is he so relaxed?
But does that even matter? Like it would depend on what you're doing, right? Like so.
I've met parents. I remember I met this girl that I was really into, but her mom was best friends with my aunt. So I was kind of on the fence of talking to her because I don't like everybody in my damn business. So I remember I went to their house and I dressed. Back then I used to dress way more, and her mom came and turned the fucking fireplace on, yo.
Was it cold?
No. The AC still blowing. And I'm like
trying to set a mood.
And for me, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like, this doesn't feel right. But it was a dynamic, and me being a person, I'm like, man, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But when I met the lady, I've always been good with parents. I've always been good with old people. Because I'm old.
Because you're old, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like my mental state is older. So it's easy. I talked to a lady for like 45 minutes a few weeks ago. The lady was probably in her 60s. We talked about movies for 45 minutes. Her husband was sitting right there. Why are y'all quiet?
Oh no, I'm listening. I'm absorbing the useful information you're telling us.
All I'm saying is that those are the two dynamics that we fight with when we meet parents. I don't have a problem with it because I'm gonna always be upstanding because that's just the type of person I am. But actually, and I'll take it a step further. I will wear holy jeans. I'm
not saying anything against holy jeans. I'm just trying to show the aesthetic of not caring what you're wearing.
The aesthetic is not the problem. It's the attitude accompanied with the aesthetic. You can wear holy jeans. Why can't you? They came out in their time. Holy jeans came out in this. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
Yes, but what I'm more trying to say is like
No,
the cliche of like, you know, of like, oh, your pants aren't pulled up all the way, or like, you know, you have underwear
that's
showing,
gonna happen
and like,
anyway. Look,
you know,
look.
I'm
Yeah,
just
we
saying,
good.
like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a really any of you guys ever had a really bad experience meeting a parent the first time?
I'm not gonna say it was like bad, but like when I was dating this guy, his mom, and she was doing it on purpose. She was doing it on purpose, but like anytime I'd come, like I met her and it was like, oh, it was very pleasant, it was very warm, and that was fine. But then like every time after that, she's like, who are you? And it was literally like every day. Like I would go like to his house every day. Like this was when we were younger, and she would be like, and who are you? Oh, okay, oh, okay. And then it was like this kind of like, huh, who are you? And then like once we split up, she literally asks about me consistently, like still has my pictures up to this day. But she just gave me such a hard time.
Does she have Alzheimer's?
No.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
Weirdo.
Okay. I haven't really had a bad one.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at, I feel like I'm good at meeting parents or meeting just people in general, but yeah.
But yeah, so all right, well, that's all we have for today, guys.
That was a whole bunch of firsts. Take me back to my childhood. I feel like we know so much more about each other.
Really? You think so?
You know, when we ever stop, we're gonna be like, man, I know all this information about Chase. I know all this stuff about Stacy. If you found us helpful about handling some of your firsts,
Come on now.
you should comment. You should like. You should
you have
subscribe.
some suggestions for other firsts.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You should also share this with whoever needs to hear it.
You definitely should.
And you should follow us at our Houston I'm Just Saying, spelled just like that,
Swear to
except
God, you should.
Instagram. Also, we have our streaming sites with this Spotify,
Oh, we got
SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts,
We got 'em
Google
all.
Play. Dang it, I can't mimic Chase's voice. It's so hard.
You can't go where I'm at right now.
I just need the preacher music
I just want you guys to.
going up in here.
I just want you to think about
About to be some cupcakes
the
made up in
next
this
time.
piece.
The next time that you meet Stacy or Jessica,
Strawberry moist cupcakes.
and you meet their parents, and you fuck it up. Just tell them to meet you next lifetime, gentlemen, because they will be waiting for you.
And it's okay if you have holes in your jeans, as long as they're classy.
Holes are fine.
Classy holes in your jeans.
Holes are,
Classy holes.
holes are fine if you have a personality, guys.
Don't wear eyeliner on your meet parents.
They got guys who wear eyeliner, yo.
I don't date those ones, but they could.
Bruh. See, I'm in a whole nother life. I'm just saying. And this is Houston.
And we're just saying.
And we out.